NewsTribune sports writer Chris Yucus, and I'm here with NT sports editor Kevin Chlum and sports writer Jared Bell. And today on NT Prep Preview, we'll play Thursday morning quarterback after a wild weekend of high school football action. Guys, with 3 one-point games over the weekend, their area fans sure got their money's worth, didn't they?
Oh, they sure did, especially the River Valley fans, because their one-point game was a victory. The Falcons won 15-14 at Princeville, and that makes them 3-0. They'll look to go 4-0 this weekend when Mid-County comes to Varna. It could be, first time they win 4 games ever in a season at all, so it could be exciting for the Falcons this Friday.
Well, guys, the Bruins of St. Bede also had a one-point game. Unfortunately, it didn't work out in their favor. The Academy boys came back late in the fourth quarter with about 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go ahead, but Kiwani answered, scored with 2 minutes left to take a 27-26 win and the first win in the Three Rivers South Conference for the two teams.
Well, Mendota was also a tough luck loser, just like St. Bede. The Trojans rallied to take the lead late in the fourth quarter. The only problem is they missed the PAT kick, so they went up by 6. Winnebago ends up driving the field and scores and kicks the PAT. We kind of hate to say this, but Mendota had a tough day kicking. They missed 2 PATs as well as a field goal that could have won it. But it's still, Mendota proved that they can play in that conference. They had a really tough game this week as well.
Well, guys, football wasn't the only big action over the weekend as area cross-country teams ran at the Princeton Invitational. The LP girls got a second-place team finish led by the punch of Leslie Roca and Megan Krolak, who finished second and third respectively, and Hall's Al Baldonado also had a second-place finish in the boys' race. And area teams are going to be back running Saturday at the prestigious BV Invite with 38. That's a lot. That's a lot of teams.
Sure.
Of the top small school programs here in Illinois, they're going to be running at Bureau Valley. That's always one of the best meets in the state.
Yeah, that's up in Walnut, and they get teams from around the state, so it's not just the top teams from our area, it's from down south and even Champaign and even farther south than that.
Yeah, Decatur, Redford. I mean, they come from all over. Also on this weekend's action, non-football action we should say, the Princeton Golf Invite will tee off at Chapel Hill Golf Course, the newly renamed facility out there outside of Princeton.
That's the first of our golf tournaments this year with all of our teams there. Golf has been an incredible start this year, so we expect a lot of great rounds this year.
Well, guys, back to football. What are some of the big games this week on the gridiron?
Well, we have Mendota in our game of the week this week. They're traveling to Stillman Valley. Like I said, it's another tough game against another state-ranked team for the Trojans, but it's really no surprise because pretty much every team in that big Northern Conference West Division is ranked. Mendota would like to kind of rebound with a win. It's their first road game as well this season.
Hall's also hitting the road this week. They're going to Orion, try to win their 3rd game in a row. Should be a pretty good game. Orion's 1-2. Hall is 2-1 with 2 come from behind victories last couple of weeks. So we'll see how the Red Devils fare on the road.
Yeah, the Red Devils have been resurgent. They got that late win in week 2, the comeback, 22 points, and they used it to roll to a victory last week. So good things going for the Red Devils. And now, it's time for everybody's favorite segment, NT Prep Preview Powerhouse Players. Mrs. Renneker, that tape, please.
Powerhouse
Players of the week.
Powerhouse Players of the Week.
Powerhouse Players of the Week. How's that?
Well, guys, our first powerhouse player is Princeton soccer player Tyler Starvin Marvin. Chris, how did I do with the nickname?
It's a South Park reference. We'll let it slide.
Very good, thank you. The forward for the Tigers had 3 goals, or a hat trick in 2 games last week, and scored another goal in a Monday's loss against East Peoria. 7 goals in about 7 days. Not a bad week.
I was going to say that's not. I wasn't getting all that added up, but it's 7 goals in a week. That's pretty legit.
Not quite Carlos Acosta, but hey, who is?
We have another person who had a big week, and Brooke Carroll from Mendota Volleyball. She took over last week as the team's only setter. They switched to the one-setter system, and she had 23 assists against Rock Falls, and then she racked up 51 assists in a tournament in Yorkville, and the Spikers got 3rd place.
And last but certainly not least, we have Wyatt the Trojan Horse Martinson. The Mendota junior galloped for 199 yards and 2 touchdowns last week. And he's got over 600 yards on the season. Mr. Bell was just informing me today that Mr. Martinson did so after not practicing all week with a left ankle injury.
Yeah, it was a very impressive performance for Martinson, who showed up the previous Saturday with an injured left ankle. And oh, by the way, he didn't tell any of the coaches. So they showed up that Saturday. They called in the trainer, had an X-ray. It was negative. Didn't practice. They said all week, was on crutches for part of the week. Didn't even know he's going to play until Friday morning. So, to only play first off in a situation like that is one thing, but to play as well as he did is exceptional.
That, my friends, is a powerhouse player.
Powering through the pain.
Yes, there we go. We're making analogies. We'll be back next week making some more at www.newstrib.com.
/.
Sports.